Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Forrest Night out in St. Louis. I wanted to stop in and say happy Tuesday, everybody. Right behind me, you'll notice a really cool tab that says BlogWorks University. I actually started working on BlogWorks University many, many years ago. Had an idea floating out there in my head and had made some notes down about what I wanted to do with it as a business coaching lead generation place to send people primarily and coach them and to help them generate leads, build online influence, build online engagement, and do fun things like that. And as a result of that whole idea that started many, many years ago, if you follow me on Twitter, you can see I have two very successful Twitter accounts. One has somewhere around 40,000 followers, which is my sort of my media dude marketing account. And I've got just me on Twitter as well. It's got a little over 10,000 followers and so on and so forth. I'm not saying that to impress you. I'm just saying that everything that we do takes time and relationships, and it's about growing ourselves. For example, BlogWorks University. BlogWorks University, when your blog works, your business works. Now, you can pretty much replace BlogWorks in that tagline for anything. When your relationship works, your relationship works. When your relationships with your sales staff works, your business works. Anything that you want to put in there, when your whatever works, your business is going to work. So when your relationships with your customers and consumers, you can see my dog is running around here behind me somewhere, probably wants to go outside for some crazy reason. I don't know, maybe it's 10:40, whatever he wants to go out. And you'll notice that there's no door and it's sort of mispainted and there's some funky stuff out here in the hallway. Well, this is our soon-to-be office that we've been working on. Just finished, almost about done with the closet. We're going to put some cool stuff in there and get a file cabinet put in there. And I'm sitting at my soon-to-be really cool desk that we took a dining room table. It's what they call a cafe high, and we're painting it and making it look really cool. We're going to put a TV up on the wall, and eventually this is going to be our home office. Is just one of the benefits of owning a home, I guess. But it takes work. It didn't start out, walking into the house when we started gutting the house. It's been a complete gut rehab from the bottom to the top. As my wife would say, from the Rudy to the Tootie. Put in new plumbing, put in new electrical, taking out maybe 21,000 pounds of plaster and lath and nasty stuff, and taking it out and gut it out. We had 3 yards of actually a lot more than that, because we had two 30-yard containers of roll-offs parked in the driveway that we filled up. I've taken pickup load after pickup load out to the dump and dumped stuff. So it's been a long, arduous process, a little bit at a time. And when you have a house that was built in 1933, it's very crooked. So it takes a lot of things, like putting in the spotlights ahead of me, or redoing the room that I'm sitting in now, which I just look at this and amazed that I did this. Some of the stuff, I'm like, how did I figure that stuff out? It's just the way my brain works, and I'm looking at it, and it is very, very nice in here. We've got a little bit of touch-up to do, a little bit of painting around the window trims. Got some floor I need to touch up. Got a repair job over in the corner that I need to do where we pulled part of the room out. Got the baseboards I need to finish up a little bit, and of course get a brand new door put up in here in this space, so that we can have just a nice, relaxing office space to come in and work when we're doing things like the video. So the point of the video is talking about no matter what you sell. For example, you've seen me talk about neon a lot. Now I can go out and just pitch and 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 pitch neon, and until somebody actually puts a can in their hand and pops the top and drinks the neon and realizes and makes the conscious decision that I'm going to decide to drink neon predominantly more than Starbucks. And I admit I went and got a Starbucks today, and I've got about this much drink out of the top, and I'm not really feeling it. I just had a craving for some coffee, and that, unfortunately, that's probably going to go to waste, and I spent too much money on it. Just one of those things. I just had a craving for a little bit of coffee. Now, doesn't mean that I have to be a neon guru, but it's a matter of making a conscious decision to make a different change. For example, if you're biting your fingernails, we've got to make a conscious decision on what are we going to do to replace that habit of tearing up our fingernails, and replace that with something better. Maybe buy some fingernail clippers and clip our fingernails instead of biting them. So a lot of times as we go through life and we're trying to sell something to somebody or trying to pitch a lifestyle to somebody or making an attempt at helping somebody, we realize that we have to grow ourselves and make a conscious decision to be a product of our own product. And you will hear a lot of people say that. And a lot of times it isn't just about making yourself a superfood shake every day. So, yeah, I make superfood, it's great, blah, 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 blah. Well, it is. I made a conscious decision based on some things that happened in a relationship with us. My older sister passed away recently, and she passed, and she just had some complications with her kidneys and liver and things like that. And I mean, it could have stemmed from a lot of stuff, but she didn't drink, she didn't smoke. It primarily just came from a lot of it just from eating bad food and not taking care of herself, which is just so sad because, I mean, she was only 68 years old. So she had a long time to go. And I made a decision, you know, when I heard about this, it sort of affected me a little bit to the point where I said, I want to eat better. I'm 54 years old and I want to live till at least 94, I hope. I want to see a bunch of grandbabies. I want to play with them. I want to feel young. I want to feel invigorated. I want to be able to whip the arthritis that I have. Sometimes my hands hurt so bad it makes me want to cry, and my hands are my favorite asset because that's what does all this cool stuff around here. So, you know, having tools at our disposal. So whatever in your life you want to work for you, whatever. And I'm sort of talking to myself when I'm doing this, and I was thinking about stuff. How can I add value to people on Facebook? How can I add value to you? Maybe I'll say something that will be like, yeah, me too. You know, I needed to hear that message today. What books are we reading? We gotta get right with ourselves. We've got to get right with God or our higher power, whatever you believe that to be. We've got to look at things that are holding us back and to make a decision. Is it really important for us to focus on that stuff? There's so much political crap going around right now, and people are talking about it, and they're getting occupied and focusing on the wrong thing when you need to focus on the people in your own neighborhood. Yeah, I'm preaching a little bit. You need to focus on the people in our own neighborhoods and figure out what we can do to help our neighbor, what we can do to build a relationship with our neighbors. If we think our neighbors are a little bit weird, you know, what's really going on with them? When we see something happening in our neighborhood, is it something that we can help somebody do? Maybe put up a fence, mow the grass. Sometimes simple little stuff that's stressing people out if you reach out and give a helping hand. And I'm saying all that because it's when our life works, our life works. When our business works, our business works. When our blog works, our blog works, whatever the case might be. So just wanted to share this with you, sort of one of my introduction videos into BlogWorks University, because it's not just about getting leads and generating sales. It's about building relationships, and the first relationship we really need to work on is the relationship of us. Is how do we relate to ourselves? How do we see ourselves, or what do we think other people see us as? Do we think people see us as fat, too fat, too skinny, too ugly, too tall, too short, too black, too white, too this, too that? So we maybe take a look at that and stop beating ourselves up so much. Try to love on ourselves a little bit, and find whatever that dream is, whatever that passion is, whatever that vision is, and tie into it, and work on growing ourselves so that when we have a relationship with somebody else, we can share that one little bit of a nugget. You know, Neon's a cool introductory product to somebody, but there might be something else going on in that relationship that I have with somebody, that this opens the door to build that relationship with them, that might be able to help them financially, that might be able to help them spiritually, that might be able to help them emotionally. So there's a lot more going on to relationship building in terms of building a business than there is in just selling somebody a product so you can make a buck, which we still have to get paid because we still have to buy groceries and pay the light bill and do all that stuff. So that's sort of a byproduct of what we do. So this is Forrest out of my brand new business here, BlogWorks University. I hope I shared some value with you guys. I love you, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about that. We'll see you on the next video. Thank you.